Now, what are the effects of the stamp sand? So one thing is they can just roll over the boulder fields and just submerge everything, physical effect. The other thing is because they have high concentrations, that the main pile is 0.2 to 0.4% copper, almost a mineral deposit in these little tailings, that they can affect organisms that live on the bottom, all the way from primary producers up through the domestic organisms, the fish food of the fish, and directly affect the fish, either the eggs or the developing young. Now, Glyphwick has tried to estimate what the impact is going to be if we have total collapse at Buffalo Reef. And their estimates are right now that they're seeing reduction surely along the shoreline where small fish just aren't present when we get 75% or higher stamp sand. But they're finding a loss of 23% in terms of the fish taken from Keweenaw Bay. Now, that's important. Turns out Buffalo Reef contributes 80% of the fish that are harvested from Buffalo Reef. And the estimates here are the dockside value for the whitefish and trout that would be lost would be around $191,000 a year. Recreational fishing, independent of the tribe, that would be $68,000. Artificial restocking, if the tribe were to try and replace Buffalo Reef's contribution, would be around $380,000, and there would be 10 to 11 jobs lost from the tribe. So the total estimate is about 1.7 million per year. 11-year estimate would be $18.5 million. A considerable economic impact. Now, in addition to Buffalo Reef, we have this moving stamp sand along the shoreline, going over, overtopping, and getting into the Travelers River, where it might be discharged out in the spring, the spring melt, and contaminate the lower white beach area, where lake whitefish are reared. It's a rearing ground. The good news is, Senator, is that I was just told a week ago that WIMPO has authorized funds for dredging. Liz LaPont told me. And that now it's not going to happen immediately. It has to be implemented by the Army Corps of Engineers. So it's a permitted process. Here's from the Army Corps of Engineers. What they would do was they would remove stamp sands from this trough to try and reduce the amount that's in that pile so that it would not continue to slough over. And they would remove the stamp sands from the Travis River. And that's the beginnings of the project. The secondary one is to put in, and you probably know about that, the Army Corps is proposing putting in a revetment for about a mile and a half to cut off the source. And most of the stamp sands sloughing off. So we would like here in Tech to continue on our efforts at a cost of about $445,000 in 4 areas to help continue to help the Army Corps implement their ideas. One would be to just nail down where the mass balance, where are the stamp sands, and what are we dealing with mixtures there. Sonar maps, side scan sonar, and underwater ROV to map what's happening within those beds where the stamp sand is moving into the breeding areas. Additional remote sensing. We've got all these LiDAR images, and we can subtract the LiDAR image surfaces and determine actual volumes and how the stamp sand is moving around. What rate is it moving around at? Where is it being deposited? Where is it being moved? And then last of all would be toxicity. Gordon Patterson would be conduct toxicity tests on the benthic organisms, the fish diversity, and the eggs being done. Now, this gives you an idea. This underwater picture actually showing at that site where the stamp sands are moving into the breeding grounds and just physically, just burying everything, but also killing everything. There's no living organisms